All right. Good Vach, I guess that's what they say. Good evening. Welcome to Beitzah Daf Ches, Beitzah number 8. I'm giving this share right after I gave number 7 because we couldn't give a share during Rosh Hashanah. The Rabbanim still agree that taking a video during Yom Tov is asur. I think almost all the Rabbanim universally accept that one. Maybe the Reform don't. Conservative, I'm not sure. Alright, so we're going to start from the bottom here. Zayin Amud Beis. Umodim shem shachat shiachmor b'deker v'yechaseh. Beisilam Beit Shammai moda that if you did shecht, that you should dig it up with a spade. Spade is a type of shovel. For those who don't know agriculture. V'yechaseh, and cover the blood. Amar Rabbi Zreika, Amar Rabbi Yehuda, hu sheyesh lo deker noetz b'od yom. They qualify the Mishnah, and this is the way our school explains that even according to Beit Shammai, to allow you to shecht on Yom Tov, you have to have the spade that was already inserted into the dirt before Yom Tov. The spade was inserted into the dirt, and therefore the dirt is considered mucha. It's not muksa because they already prepared it, but you put the spade in. And it's also not considered to be a malacha of charisha. Yehuda, what do you play games in the background? Yehuda goes from the most serious guy in the world. He's singing Hadin, Amelech during the first year. You know, the second year he's playing with nectarines. Why don't you juggle them or something?
And it is.
So do some juggling, alright?
No, you're not enjoying it. It's food. It's very asur. Asur!
No, it's for entertainment. No, the Gemara is in Sukkah that on Simchas Beis Shoeva they used to juggle eggs. Remember?
Yeah, but this is Simchas Mitzvah. We're not doing Simchas Mitzvah, huh?
Well, Simchas Mitzvah, it's a Beitzah Yochanan is on his mutter. No, it's not Beitzah Yochanan for entertainment, right?
Yeah, continue.
So you have to, if it's a malacha of choresh, if you you make the soil, you make it not as hard. You soften the soil. That's charish. So you put in the decker before Yom Tov, so you didn't do charish on Yom Tov. Amar Rav Zreika, Amar Rav Yehuda, sheyesh decker now it's about Yom. Amar is v'hak avid kasisha. But there's another problem. When you take the dirt, you're gonna put it on top of the blood. Dirt comes in clusters and you know, of dirt where what is the word? Clumps. It has clumps. Clumps, right? From your 12th grade English, right?
Yeah.
Right, they don't study English in his 12th grade. I think last time they studied English was what, 3rd grade? Clumps. Clumps are big pieces of dirt. You're gonna crush them up, and that's gonna be malach of tochin. Amar Reb Chia Barashi, Amar Rav. We're talking about dirt. The case is in the Mishnah, the dirt is already loose dirt. It's not in clumps. It's a different problem. When you take the dirt out with a decker, you take it out of the ground. You're making a hole in the ground. Besides the problem of softening the ground, which is charisha, there's a problem with binyan. When you make holes in the ground, you're making a place to put stuff, to put a structure. That's a problem of bona. If you dig a hole on Shabbos and you only do it for the dirt, you want the dirt, not the hole, so that's called, first of all, it's called davar malacha she'eina tzricha legufa. It's malacha you don't need for the goof. You don't need it for the hole, you need it for the dirt. So therefore, it's maybe the rabbanan. It's machlokas, malacha she'eina gufa is patra ala, we pass it, it's patra. It's also makalkel, it's also destroying over here. You're destroying the ground. You only need it for the dirt, so therefore it'd be mutal legamri over here. She'efer kira muchar. The Mishnah adds off with a cryptic language that the ashes of a furnace is mucha. It's not muksa. So where's the efer kira mandachar shmei? Who's talking about ashes from a furnace? Amar Rabba haki kamar. But efer kira muchanu. It's adding another halacha. Ve'efer kira, if you want to know, you can cover it with afar, with dirt. And efer, you could also cover kisei adam with. That's halacha in chulin. Efer kira is also considered mucha, if you had ashes lying around, it's mucha. We'll see exactly what the case is. Amar Rav Yehuda Amar Rav, lo shanu ela shehusak me'erav Yom Tov. The ashes have to be from a fire. You burnt the fire, you burnt the wood on Erev Yom Tov. Aval husak b'Yom Tov, but if you burnt the fire on Yom Tov, you have ashes from that asr, that's not roy, it's no lud. But if it's still very hot, you can use it to roast an egg. The ashes are very hot, mutter, because it's considered to be still in its form of wood. It hasn't really changed the ashes yet. It's wood. Tanya Nami Hakish. Amru Efer Kira Mukhan Hu Lamru Elash Husak Merav Yom Tov. That's only talking about when it was burned Erev Yom Tov. Husak Yom Tov Asr. Beitzah Mutter. Like we said before, if you can roast an egg, it's hot enough to roast an egg, so then it's mutter. You can do kisei adam with it. Hichnis offer liginaso. He gathered together a pile of dirt for his garden, ulecharvaso, or it's for empty lot. Mutter lechasaspo. You're allowed to cover. You do kisei adam with it because even though you don't have a specific purpose that you want to use it, Sivia, you're ruining the camera here. Come, you can sit on the bed. My daughter's going to join this year. My daughter's a genius. She learns Gemara. Instead of saying Kriya Shema at night and reading bedtime stories, she learns Daf Yomi. Right, Sivia? She doesn't learn Daf Yomi before she goes to sleep. But one day, maybe she will. But a lot of Rabbanim say women shall learn Torah so much, so maybe you won't. Okay, so you gather together the offer for your garden or for your empty lot. You can do kisei adam with it. Why do you do kisei adam with it? Because it's dirt, which is for an unspecified purpose, but it's mukhan. You have in mind you want to use it for whatever you need it for. Lechasosbo, what are lechasosbo? You can use it for kisei adam. Amar Rav Yehuda machas adam malei kupaso offer. You can take together a whole bundle, a whole package of afar, and just put it in the corner, and you could use it for whatever you want. It's not muksa. It has to be that you designated a place for it. You put it in a corner, let's say. If you put it in a corner, so then we know that it's basically specified for any use that you want to use it for. Meisive. Koi ain't shoften also biyom tov. A koi, it's a famous case in the Gemara. What's a koi, Yehuda?
Koi is suffix.
Suffix.
I want to say.
Say. Say, quick.
That you lishchot a bema, and then when he took out the leg.
The leg?
No, she had the bema had a
treifa? What are you talking about?
No, the bema had a kid inside of her.
No, it's a ben pakua.
I forgot that.
Did you learn Kedushin Daf Gimel?
Yeah, I know.
You learned Kedushin Daf Gimel. I'm sure you learned Kedushin Daf Gimel. You've been in yeshiva for a number of years. A koi. Safik behema, safik chaya. It's an animal. We're not sure if it's an animal. It's a behema or a chaya. What's the difference between behema and a chaya? What's the practical difference? There's one kula and one chumrah. Behema, right? You're not allowed to eat the chalev, but you don't have to do kisei adam. A chaya, a wild animal like a deer, let's say, so you're not allowed to eat. You're allowed to eat the fats, but you have to do kisei adam also. So there's a kula and a chumrah. But a koi, we're not sure it's a him or a chaya. So it's suffix whether you do the kisei adam or not, and you can't eat the chalev because it's suffix deraisa of the chumrah. The question is, you have to do kisei adam. It's also the mitzvah deraisa, so you have to do kisei adam. It's suffix. So now the question is on Yom Tov, would you do kisei adam? You're allowed to do it or not because there's a problem involved. Basically, koi ain't shachta yourself be Yom Tov. You can't shach the koi in Yom Tov because you're going to have a problem with kisei adam. Because you're going to end up doing...
How could be that suffix ben or chai we can't see, no?
The Gemara doesn't know. The Gemara doesn't know whether it's behem or chaya. Chazal never understood whether it's behem or chaya.
Why? You didn't see from where she got born, I understand. You see Pitom Abbey?
No, it's a specific breed of an animal. It's not from, the animal.
It's called koi.
It's a koi, yeah. I think it's a buffalo, I think that's
we have it today. What's koi today?
I think a buffalo.
I think it's a lion.
Lion's a chaya. A buffalo.
What's buffalo in Hebrew?
Buffalo, you know, heard of the Buffalo Bills?
I don't know English. That's Hebrew.
Buffalo is like it's like a water type of a cow. It's like a big type of cow with like horns and like I don't know. They're found in places with a lot of snow.
Okay, don't say though.
Like the Buffalo Bills. Jets are gonna take the Buffalo Bills out of the division lead. Jets are all the way. Super Bowl. What's Super Bowl they up to? I don't know. Zach Wilson.
Yeah, they continue, no?
All right.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a buffalo. So the Gemara says, "Koi ain't shachta, so you can't shachta in Yom Tov. If you did shachta, ein mechasen es damo. You can't cover the blood. And if we're saying now that you could have, like Rabbi Yehuda is saying, you could just use dirt for any purpose. Lichti Rabbi Yehuda, cover it with this pile of dirt, like Rabbi Yehuda says, that's mukhan for anything. You could also ask, why don't you just cover it with ashes or with a spade that was inserted into the ground before Yom Tov? Now the Leisei must be talking. We don't have that. Hachanami the Leisei doesn't have this pile of dirt. Yachi ma'ir yasafing. I feel levadei nami. Even it's why are you only talking about a suffix? Even it's a vadai, chaya, and you have to do kisei adam. If it's muksa, you're not allowed to do kisei adam. You possibly like Beis Hillel, right? That you're not allowed to cover it unless you have the Decker notes, and you have other provisions also. Nice shot. So the Gemara says, "Vadai nami lo mi bai kamar, lo mi bai vadai de lo lishchot." It's for sure a vadai chaya. You're not going to sheft it. About suffix, but a suffix whether it's behind him or chaya, koid suffix whether it's him or chaya, ema mishum simchas yom tov lishchot. Maybe because the mitzvah of simchas yom tov, we should sheft the buffalo. And since it's a suffix, we have the kisei adam, and not don't do kisei adam, right? Don't violate the isser of whatever muksa or whatever the isser is. Kamash Milan, that we say that you shouldn't do it. So the Gemara says, Seif says that if you did shech the buffalo, you don't cover the blood. Michal the Reisha, but the Islay asking, must be talking about where he has something to cover the blood. Ella Amaraba Efer Kira Muchan Levadai Ve'en Muchan L'Safik. We're talking about a case where we're dealing with ashes over here. Ashes are only good for a vadai chaya, but they're not muchan. A person doesn't have in mind to use it for a suffix, for a koi. Only he has ashes lying around, or offer that was gathered in a corner. He only plans to use it for a vadai. He said not suffix. He said that suffix my time alone to kavid guma. So what's the reason suffix? Because when you take it out of the ground, you're making a pile. You're making a hole in the ground. The Gemara says, "Vadai nami kavid guma." If we're talking about a case where the decker is notes, the spade is in the ground, you're also making guma for a vadai. El cheder riyaba. So it must be the reason that there's no problem with the guma is because of riyaba. That's chofer guma and sarach el lafara. It's a malacha shenis shel gufa. It's makalkel. It's not a problem. Hachanami cheder riyaba. So also by a suffix, you should say Rabbi Abba. El suffix my time. What's the reason we say you shouldn't shech? Dilma avid ksisha. You might come to grind up the clumps of dirt to make it small pieces. You can do kisei adam. So when it's vadai nami nigzar mishum katisha. Now we talked about the case on Zion on Dav Zion. We said the case in our Mishnah is talking about where it was offered tichoach. It was land that was ground up already. So why should we make gzer over there? Vadai nami nigzar mishum katisha. Vadai kikavi katisha asi esei v'dachi es lo saseh. The Gemara says, by a vadai, we're not so worried because even if it's not ground up, when you grind up the clumps of dirt and you pour it while you're grinding up, you pour it onto the blood to do kisei adam. Asi essay v'dachi elosei. Essay, we know there's a concept. The essay is docha elosei. The mitzvah of essay of kisei adam is docha elosei of tochen on Yom Tov. We're talking about when you do a bris milah, when in the makom milah there's saras. My daughters want to join the shir. Come on the bed. You can go on the bed. Go on the bed, Rifki. Go on the bed. I told the audience that my daughters, they're very special daughters. They're precocious, and instead of reading bedtime stories and saying Kriya Shema, what do they do? What do you guys do? You learn Daf Yomi Gemara every night, right? No bedtime stories for you guys. You guys learn Daf Yomi, right, Rivka? Yeah. Yeah, Rivki does. Sylvia doesn't. All right, at least one of my daughters is Talmida Chachama. Now, what are you doing? All right, we had a little delay over there. My kids shut off the camera in the middle. So that's why I have to move room. I had to change rooms. This room is better. It's holier. It's where I stay. My kids are not as holy as me, so. Right, Yehuda? Who does more of favors, me or my kids? All right. Anyway, so the Gemara says, an essay, we know the concept of essay docha los. An essay pushes away the los. You have an essay over here of kisei adam. It pushes away the los essay of tochen over here. So the Gemara says, "Emar damin lo essay docha los gon mila b'tzaras." When a mila, if you have in the makom mila, you have tzaras, you're allowed to do a bris mila because the mitzvah of bris mila is docha the isra of cutting away the tzaras. Inami sadim is tzitzis, or alternatively, you're wearing tzitzis that is made out of, the tzitzis are made out of linen, and you have a woolen bag. Sorry, your beged is made out of linen, and tzitzis are woolen. So when you combine them together, it's shatnez. You can't combine linen and wool, but since there's a mitzvah of tzitzis, so you could. Obviously, we're talking about a case where when you put on, there's only issur of kilayim when you wear something. So when you wear the tzitzis and it combines wool and linen, you do the bris milah, it happens at the same time.
Sorry.
Make sure you lock the door afterwards.
Yeah.
Gemara says, here, the Gemara thinks we're talking about where you're doing trina, where you're doing katisha of the dirt before you're about to cover it. So the Gemara says that's not a problem. We're talking about a case when you're crumpling up the clumps of earth, you're doing it on top of the blood. So then when it comes out of your hand, it goes and it covers the blood. So it's essay docha los essay. Somebody says, so Yom Tov essay velos essay hu, but essay docha los essay. Yom Tov is a mitzvah's essay, and it's a mitzvah's los essay. It's considered shabboson. It's considered los essay don't do malacha. So therefore, an essay of kisei adam is not docha and essay los essay. So it wouldn't even work for a vadai. So the Gemara says, we're talking about a case where we're using it to cover the koi, we're using the buffalo, we're using ashes. His person has in mind to use ashes for a vadai kisei adam, not for a safek kisei adam. As the Rava goes according to his reasoning. If you set aside dirt in order to cover excrement, then you can use it for kisei adam, to cover the blood of a bird. Dam sipor, if you set aside for the blood of a bird, then you can't use it for soa because soa doesn't happen all the time. It's not something which you always need to or want to cover or have to cover. It's a suffix. So therefore, for vada, it's not mukham for the suffix. Narbalai amri afilu hichnes afar lechasas bo dam sipor. Narbalai argues and they say even if you set aside afar, you set aside dirt in order to cover dam sipor, mutar lechasas bo soa, and you can use it for the suffix. A suffix necessity is to cover excrement. Amri b'marova pligi bar Rabbi Yossi bar Chama Rabbi Zera in Eretz Yisrael in the west. Rabbi Yossi bar Chama Rabbi Zera argued. Amri la Rabba Breder of Yosef bar Chama Rabbi Zera. Alternately, is Rabba Breder of Yosef bar Chama Rabbi Zera. Chadamar koi hareyu kisoa. One says koi, a suffix behema suffix chaya is like soa, is like a suffix whether you'll need it for excrement. Chadamar koi eno kisoa. And the other opinion said koi is not like soa. It's more like a vade. This time, the Ravu, the Amar, it's Ravu, the Amar, koi areu kut soa. A koi is like soa, is like a suffix. The Amar Ravu, hiknas offer the chas bo soa, mutar the chas bo dam sipor. If you made it roy for the suffix, for soa, for excrement, so you can use it for the vade, covering the dam sipor. Dam sipor, also the chas bo soa. Dam sipor, you can't use it for the soa, which is a suffix, so we're going to see koi is like soa, because koi is a suffix. Tistayim, so it's a good proof. Rami Breder of Yeva Amar Koi Hainu Time with Lamachasina. The koi, the reason that you don't cover it, why don't you cover the blood? Because if people see that you're covering the blood, they're going to think that it's a chaya, and it's mutter to eat the chaylev, the forbidden fats. But really, it's a suffix, it's a behema, and you can't eat the forbidden fats. So also, you shouldn't cover the blood of a koh even during the week. People might think that. On Chol, they'll say the reason that he's covering the blood is just to clean his chatzar. It's dirty because of the blood. He's cleaning it. Shachad ba'ashba ma'ikal. What about if he during the week he shechted in a dirty place, an ashba, in a garbage dump? Bali malich ma'ikal. Or alternatively, what he comes during to ask during the week. What are you going to say? Elavachol inami misafga amri le rabbanan zil tarach v'chasi. Rather, by the chol, if a person's not sure, they're not sure what he's covering. Is it a behema or is it a chaya that he's covering? They'll say the Rabbanan would have told him, go be toreach and mechaseh adam, even though it's a suffix, and they'll know that it's a suffix, and they won't eat the chaylev because they'll be choshish that it's behema. Yom Tov imasafka mi'amri le Rabbanan zil tarach v'chasi. Yom Tov, we see that the Rabbanan allow you to cover the blood, so people are going to say, no, it must be that's a chaya, because they wouldn't necessitate tircha yisera for a behema. So there must be it's a chaya, and then you'll come to eat the chaylev, which is a problem. That's why you don't cover the blood. Tani Reb Zera, lo koi bilvad amru, elafilu shachar behema chaya ba'ofen is arbu daman zeh b'zeh asher lechasoso. It's not only if the animal is a suffix, whether it's a chaya or behema. Let's say you shechted behema chaya, 3 animals, or any mixture of the two. The point is you have blood of a behema and you have blood of a chaya ba'of. The blood of chaya ba'of needs kisei dam. The blood of behema does not need kisei dam. So the blood's mixed together. Also lechasoso b'yom. You can't cover it on Yom Tov. Amar Rabbi Yosi bar Yisiniya lo shano ela she'ein yachal lechasoso b'dekira achas. Like we said before, you're not supposed to cover it on Yom Tov because again we're concerned that people are gonna make a mistake and come to eat the chaylev of the behema. We're only talking about where you're not able to cover to mechaseh with one dekira, with one spadeful of dirt. But if you can cover it with one spadeful, then people will assume you're doing it for the chayav va'of, not for the behema. If they see a second spadeful, then they're going to assume you're doing it because it's really the koi is really good. The behema also needs to sit down. You're going to eat the chaylev of behema. When it says pshita, it's pasha. Mother say manegzer the kira achas have to stay the kiras. You might make zera that you can't do one spadeful because you might come to do 2 spadefuls. Your problem, kamashma. We're not worried about that. All right. Well, I'm a rabbi. Shachat sipor erev Yom Tov imachasin asabi Yom Tov. The person shechted a bird on erev Yom Tov. You can't cover the blood on Yom Tov. Gilgel isam erev Yom Tov. Mafish mina chalosa b'Yom Tov. But if you made a dough on erev Yom Tov, then you could take off challah on Yom Tov. All right, we'll see tomorrow. We'll get into this tomorrow. What exactly the difference between these cases is. Everyone have a good night, a good week. Some good aseret to make tshuva. Everyone should be zochet and do tshuva shlema. Bring the gula b'meira b'yameinu. Amen.